आज की जो पोम है वो इतनी ब्यूटीफुल पोम है कि डजेंट मैटर आप स्कूल में हैं, कॉलेज में हैं, प्रोफेशनल हैं या फिर बहुत छोटे बच्चे हैं. इफ़ यू लिसन टू दिस पोम यू विल फील गुड. एंड ऑब्वियसली 10th बोर्ड के एग्ज़ाम सर पर हैं, डेफिनेटली टाइम बहुत कम है. सो rather than revising everything, it's time to do smart revision. So let's start. अच्छा, कैसे आपको पता करना है हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड कौन सा क्वेश्चन, कौन सा चैप्टर, कौन सी पोम आ सकती है? सी, वेरी सिंपल. If the poem has a deeper meaning, something very philosophical or ironical or something different than the context, it will definitely come in exam. इस पोम के हिंदी में इतने सारे ट्रांसलेशंस अवेलेबल हैं यूट्यूब पे, बट देन आई थॉट सिर्फ और सिर्फ हिंदी में मीनिंग, ट्रांसलेशन और मैसेज सुनने पर आपके माइंड में वही स्टक रह जाएगा. मे बी एग्जाम टाइम में कुछ बच्चों को डिफ़िकल्टी आ सकती है वापस फ्रॉम हिंदी टू इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन करके ऑन द स्पॉट लिखने में. किसी भी पोम को प्रिपेयर करते वक्त आपको पता होना चाहिए पोएट का एम एंड इंटेंशन क्या था वाइल राइटिंग दैट पोम, कैसा मूड था, हमें क्या मैसेज मिला है या क्या लेसन उससे मिल रहा है. तो रेस्ट अश्योर्ड 90% ऑफ योर पोम इज़ ऑलरेडी कंप्लीट. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं. द बॉल पोम के पोएट जॉन बैरीमैन के मूड से, जो डेफिनेटली नॉस्टैल्जिक है. फिलहाल while writing, definitely he recalled his life, how he learned things, how he got experience, how he learned to move on. Okay, so on a random day, a boy was playing with his favorite ball near some water body. John Berryman, who was watching that boy, realized the boy lost his favorite ball and now he's sad. Through this example, John Berryman tries to convey the harsh truth of life to us. With context to that boy's example, John Berryman's intention is to teach us that we got attached to our belongings, whether person or thing, but then at times we lose them. It's destiny and it should not stop our life. Has your favorite teacher or your best friend ever been transferred to some other place? Or have you ever changed your favorite old school? Or have you ever lost any of your pet or your partner, your favorite job, your first cricket kit जो बहुत ज़िद करके मंगवाई थी, your favorite video game, बचपन वाला doll house, your favorite dress, anything it could be. You were attached to and then you lose it. Have you ever lost something like this? Then definitely you'll understand that feeling. After this poem, the message we get is move on. Move on from each and every kind of grief. Change is the only constant thing. Stagnant things rot. Show grief over something. That's okay. Value old, but then move on and find better things. 90% of your poem is complete. चलिए, अब मुझे फटाफट आपके बुक में पोम के लास्ट में जो क्वेश्चंस दिए हुए हैं उन्हें देखकर बताइए इनमें से कौन सा क्वेश्चन ऐसा है जो इन सभी चीज़ों को जॉइन करके आंसर नहीं बना सकता. लाइन टू लाइन पोम ट्रांसलेशन विल डू. व्हाट इज़ द बॉय नाउ हु हैज़ लॉस्ट हिज बॉल? व्हाट इज़ ही टू डू? Very, very important. John Berryman questions the boy's existence, which he knows the little boy must be doing. Why? This is important. When we lose something very close to our heart, we go into such a state of trauma that we forget our worth, our existence. We begin to think that that's the end of our life. What will we do without that thing? We'll never get anything better, or we'll never get attached to anything new the way we did with the old one. What word is repeated? So the literary device is repetition, and all of us know repetition is used to emphasize the situation, the word. What word is repeated to emphasize the situation of dilemma, the situation of confusion, the state where the little boy is, where he cannot see no solution, he sees everything dark. So John Berryman says, what should he do now, or what will he do now? What will that sad boy do? What is the solution now? John Berryman, the poet, says he's watching it rolling down to that water body. But it's the fact that he could do nothing. In life also, nobody else can do it for you. Merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Merrily bouncing, personification, literary device. Non-living thing, object presented as living thing. The poet saw the whole process of the boy's loss. So he understands the boy's pain, as at some point of time he might have experienced the same thing. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. Very, very important. But then, with life, with experience, the poet realized and learned that we have so many other options too. But this lesson, this preaching would be of no use to that boy. Why? Because at that traumatic situation, you are unable to understand the reality, the truth. The life is all about standing up against the miseries and grief. He'll not listen, he'll not understand, the poet says. So, saying anything to that little boy would be of no use. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down. Shaking grief, that means trembling with sadness as well as fear. Sadness of losing his favorite thing and fear of how will he manage to live without that thing. How will he get that thing back? Fixes the boy. That means the shock, the pain, the grief is so intense that the boy first can't believe he has lost his favorite ball. Second, he can't believe he was there while that whole process still couldn't do anything. And third, he can't figure out the solution. So fixes means that's why he's standing numb. All his young days into the harbor where his ball went. See, we get close to things or person not for their price or look. We get attached to them. As we pass time with them, we create memories, and then we in reality get attached to those memories. And later on, when we lose that thing, these memories keep haunting. With that ball rolling down, the boy feels all his memories rolling down too. Obviously, he can't bring his childhood back. He can't bring a new ball and create new memories. So he's feeling he has lost the ball as well as his childhood memories too. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. John says, even though he knows everything, still he'll not disturb him. He'll not interfere in his matter. Why? The question is very, very important. A new ball is so cheap, only 10 cents. A dime, 10 cents. He can easily buy a new ball for the little boy, or he can easily tell this to the little boy. But he'll not. Why? Because it's again worthless. Again, the boy won't understand the worth of a new ball, or he won't understand the ball wasn't so irreplaceable. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. Even if it is, suppose the ball he lost is irreplaceable. He must know, he must understand, he must experience these kind of loss, as he definitely will experience bigger losses later in life. So today is the day of his first experience, of his first class, first teaching of responsibility, first feeling of losing something among the feelings of possessiveness. People will take balls will be lost always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Here, John recalls and tells to the little boy, not actually, but he wants to. This is life. Sometimes you'll lose something, sometimes people will snatch something from you. And not only the little boy, but no one can buy that lost thing back. No one, never, nothing. Money is external. He's learning. well behind his desperate eyes. The epistemology of loss. How to stand up. Poet says money is external. Money isn't that important. It can't buy you that feeling of possessiveness. That can't buy you. Money can't buy you everything in life. Poet can easily help, but on the other hand, if he doesn't help, the little boy is learning on his own. What's learning? How to handle that misery, how to stand against that loss. And remember, the lessons learnt on your own are the lessons you never forget. As the little boy stares to that water body and desperate to what? Desperate to find his lost ball there. He gradually understands the philosophy of loss. Philosophy of loss means how it feels when you lose your favorite thing, how much it breaks a person inside, but how that person can assemble his broken pieces again. How to stand up knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Last two lines is the actual message. Why is this teaching so important now? And now only when the little boy is in pain, because this is the truth everyone must know, and this is the right time when you are under that trauma. You can actually learn to stand up, you can actually learn to support yourself, you can actually learn to live without something, you can actually learn to bear the pain. Crying for something, breaking down, then standing up and moving again. This is life. Hope this poem helps you in preparation of your board exam as well as in your life. Enjoy the poem. Remember the lesson for your whole life. Take care. Bye bye.